They have a airplane wing on the top of them, 950 plus horsepower, 1,400 pound race car, violent machines that are incredibly difficult to drive on a dirt track. Track conditions change all the time, cars flipping, close finishes, just high intensity.
What my best version to explain it is the cars are loud, the cars are fast, they're dangerous. One person is in control when you're out on the racetrack. There's 24 of them, and the drivers race as hard as they can for 30 laps straight.
I'm Tony Laporta, and fans, welcome to High Limit Sprint Car Racing.
High Limits, it's where it's at. It's a top series. I feel like the drivers, the guys that are on the road are obviously some of the best, and you're racing just as hard for 15th on back as you are for the win, and I mean maybe even harder back there. So
I'm Justin Peck, and you're watching Kubota High Limit Racing.
I think it's going to be tough. I think you're going to see times when they might do super well, there might be podium or might get a win, then a few weeks later they might not make the show. So that's it's a challenging part of High Limit, and I think we're all looking forward to the challenge.
But to go out and be a part of the National Series, be a part of the High Limit Series, race all over the country, I love that aspect of it, and I'm just very honored to have the support of everybody back home.
And we're green.
It's cool to still race with these people, and it's going to be cool if one of us, of course, are going to come away the Rookie of the Year. So it's cool to be the first if that's going to be me.
Super blessed to have the opportunity and looking to put up a fight.
I'm Aaron Reitzel, and you're watching Kubota High Limit Racing.
High Limit Sprint Car Racing is high stakes, high rewards. Sprint cars are action-packed automobiles. Things happen fast, things happen out of control. You can be close to the action. It's dirty, it's loud, it rattles your brain, and you're not really sure what you're witnessing, but you like it.
I'm Tyler Courtney, and you're watching Kubota High Limit Racing.
My name is Chase Randall, and you're watching Kubota High Limit Racing.
You are looking live at the 141 Speedway here in Maribel, Wisconsin. It is the 7th edition of the Race Routine Foundation race tonight for Kubota High Limit Racing. We are located right here in Francis Creek, as well as Maribel, whatever you want to say, Francis Creek, Maribel. We are here at 141 Speedway. That is all that matters. And this place, I'm telling you right now, folks, if you've never been here before, if you've never seen a race here before, after tonight, you're going to want to do both those things. You're going to want to get here, and you're going to want to see a race here, because just look at this track. 1/3 of a mile. It is super wide, and from the highlight reels I've seen from the last couple of races here, it puts on one whale of a show. It is going to be a whole lot of fun here tonight for the drivers with Kubota High Limit Racing. 29 sprint cars signed into the pit area. My name is Chase Rodman. You'll be hearing from Tony Laporta, the pit reporter for the series, here in just a few moments' time. But the crowd is making their way in here to the grandstands, and there is not a bad seat in the house. There's a catwalk in turns 3 and 4, another one in 1 and 2. There's a deck in turn 1. There's an extended seating back here in turn 4. Not a bad seat in the house here at 141 Speedway, and it is quickly rising. I haven't even seen a car on the track yet. It's rising up my list of my favorite tracks that I've ever been to. Love the little pond, the lake in the infield. This is a very picturesque racetrack, and it is great to be here for what is the 7th edition of the Race Routine Foundation race, the race number 4 of the Roto-Rooter Midweek Series, and race number 18 of the full 2025 schedule for Kubota High Limit Racing. As you're taking a look at one of our overhead shots here on FloRacing, here is the weather forecast for tonight. Another beautiful day. 86 degrees right now, 3-mile-per-hour winds, overcast clouds, and so no issue, no threat of any type of weather, and we are looking for a fantastic night of action. And man, I'm just so excited to see cars get on the racetrack here tonight. It's one of those tracks you show up and you're like, wow, this place is going to put on a heck of a show. Let's take a look at the order of events for tonight's event. We've got hot laps and qualifying. First thing you'll see out here on the racetrack in just a few moments. We will have 3 heat races tonight. Each of those will be 8 laps in distance. A redraw roulette wheel to find out who starts where in the dash, which will be 7 laps in distance. We'll have a B main that's 12 laps long and a feature that is 35 laps long here tonight for a $26,000 payday. And what is maybe even more important is that very, very special guitar, the electric guitar trophy that has been a staple of this race over the last 7 years. It is one of the coolest trophies in all of racing, and it'll be fun to see who can take it here this evening. Here are some of the notable entries for you to take a look at. Who is in the field tonight? Of course, you got Corey Day, one of the staples of the midweek series. Bill Baylog, full-time World of Outlaws competitor, ran about 6 hours away from here last night with the Outlaws at Jackson Motorplex, made his way down here. So Bill Baylog is in the field. Tim Schaefer in the 17 GP, Joel Myers Jr., one of the IRA full-timers, Tyler Tischendorf is with us as well. Ayrton Jennison, Anthony Macri. Good to see Scotty Thiel here as well, the most recent winner here at 141 Speedway. Kyle Larson and Austin McCarl, just to name a couple of other drivers that are joining the full-time high rollers here this evening at 141 Speedway. Here are some of the track facts, what you need to know about the track. As we mentioned, it is 1/3 of a mile, built back in 1960. We're located here in Francis Creek, Wisconsin. The track record has been around for quite some time, was set back on August 31st of 2014 by Mike Ranke. That time is a 10.668 second lap, but there has never been a national touring sprint car series here before 141, so potentially we could see another track record broken here this week with Kubota High Limit Racing, which would always be exciting. We saw it happen last night at Red Cedar Speedway, and what a main event that turned out to be yesterday over there in Menominee, and we're hoping for a little bit more of that same action here this evening. Cars about to get going for not hot laps, but motor heat, and then we will get into hot laps here in just a few moments. Tony Laporta hanging out down in the grandstands in one of the more interesting and intriguing seats I've ever seen at a dirt track. Tony, take it away. What do you got going on down there?
Chase, if you remember when we did the midweek series last year, we went to Red Dirt Raceway in Meeker, Oklahoma. Well, I got to ride in the school bus that helps pack in the track at Red Dirt Raceway. Well, that was just so comfortable and enjoyable, they decided, let's get rid of the bus, but let's keep the seats. That's how they do it here at 141 Speedway. They have a section at the top of the grandstands here for a couple sections that way and this way, where the seating in the reserved area are actually school bus seats. I asked these guys behind me, where'd they get these? And what'd you say, sir?
A school bus.
Yeah, exactly. So not a lot of hard-hitting journalism going on up here. I don't know where the school buses are, where they went, what happened. Maybe nobody here takes the school bus, but they ripped the seats out. And it's extremely comfortable. Great way to take in a night of short track, dirt track racing here. But that's just one of the fixtures about the 141 Speedway that, Chase, you talked about already at the start of the show that sets this place apart and makes it very unique. Everything here is very, very well done, from the pond and the infield. They've got a bar over there. I think that's what we're looking at right now over in turn number 1 with the double-decker seating up there on the top, the bar over in turn 1. I've heard a rumor that if you're there at 141 in the morning, there's a bus that gives people hot lap rides around the track. Maybe I wasn't supposed to talk about that. I don't know. There's a whole lot here that is unique about this place. From the observation deck for a lot of the teams and the crew chiefs and the folks working on the race cars over in turns 3 and 4. Chase talked about it, the pond in the infield. Victory Lane is very well done here. I talked to the track staff. They said in the middle, Chase, that pond gets to 16 feet deep. The amazing stat about that, of course, Chase, you could stand in the middle and your head still would be above water. That's just how tall you are. So really, really cool place here at 141 Speedway. My first trip, Chase, your first trip here. Bunch of great, excited race fans. Are you guys ready to go racing here tonight with Kubota High Limit Racing? We are too. Chase, I'm always stuck down in the infield watching these things go round and round. I get dizzy. I think I will be staying right here all night long. I don't know who has reserved seats in section E, row 12, but they're going to have to arm wrestle me for them, because this is a great spot to watch a sprint car race. They've got a bunch of different concession stands here. I had a bratwurst in the shape of a hamburger patty on top of a cheeseburger here today. So Wisconsin knows how to do it, right, guys, when it comes to track food? I think I'm moving here, Chase. Well, 141 Speedway, quite the spot, and you can see from all the live looks here on FloRacing, it is a packed house here tonight. So we are getting cars on track for engine heat. There is a lot of excited race fans and a full pit area behind us here. T-shirt alley is set up. We're going to be doing Fan Fest a little bit later on. I think we'll be walking around and talking to some of the drivers and the fans back there. But right now we're going to step aside. watch a few commercials, and then we'll be right back. It's the Race Rudine Foundation race, year number 7. This year, year number 2 with Kubota High Limit Racing, and it all comes up next live here on FloRacing.
And welcome back as Wheel Pack continues on here at the 141 Speedway in Francis Creek, Wisconsin, as we prepare ourselves for what will be race number 4 of the Roto-Rooter Midweek Series, race number 18 of 2025 for Kubota High Limit Racing. This is also the 7th edition of the Race Rudine Foundation race. Former winners include Rico Abreu, he's won it twice, Anthony Macri, Zeb Wise, Kyle Larson, and Tony Stewart. All of those drivers have won this race in the past, Abreu winning the last 2, which sounds pretty familiar. He's won the last 3 Roto-Rooter Midweek Series events as well, trying to go 4 for 4 here in 2025 tonight at 141. Here are the current point standings with High Limit Racing. We had another change at the top of the charts last night as Brad Sweet retook the lead from Tyler Courtney off the heels of a top 5 finish yesterday at Red Cedar Speedway, but his point lead is just 2 over Tyler Courtney and now just 10 points over Rico Abreu for 3rd. Aaron Reitzel 30 points back in 4th, and and Brent Marks right behind him, 31 back from Brad Sweet. He is 5th in points with the issues for Peck last night. He's now back to 6th in points, 100 behind. Casey Kane 7th, Tanner Thorson 8th, Spencer Baston 9th, and Chase Randall currently rounds out the top 10 in the overall point standings right now with Kubota High Limit Racing. As you could probably imagine, Rico Abreu, he leads the midweek series point standings with those 3 wins in 3 races. Now let's take a look at something else here. If you're in the grandstands tonight, you are able to partake in this. If you're not in the grandstands tonight, we'll go to nxtbets.com/playhlr. While you are on that website, it will show you which sportsbooks are available in your region, and you can get a sign-up bonus. And if you do that, then you can wager on High Limit, get a little bit more involved, maybe put a little money on your favorite driver, whatever you want to do. For tonight, here are the odds for a couple of drivers that are in the field. Kyle Larson and Rico Abreu. That 2.5 number means they must finish either better or worse than 2.5. Brad Sweet 3.5, Tyler Courtney 5.5. And then you got Corey Day and Anthony Macri at 6.5 and Brent Marks at 7.5. You must put a parlay of at least 2 of these drivers together for it to count. The Rodman risk tonight, here's what I'm going with. I got Corey Day. This track looks right up his alley, better than 6.5. Anthony Macri, first time here to 141. He didn't have a great night yesterday at Red Cedar. I've got him worse than 6.5. And then Kyle Larson, much like Corey Day, this just seems like a track that he is going to be so very good at. I've got him at better than 2.5. I don't usually like doing that because 2.5, not much room for error, but Kyle Larson was second last night, led a bunch of laps. I think he'll be solid here in this one along with Corey Day. So that is the Rodman risk for this evening at the 141 Speedway. Now, last night we mentioned Red Cedar. A lot happened in that race, including a first lap incident for Justin Peck. We had a great battle for the lead, a great battle for the 3rd spot. Why am I telling you all about it? You can just watch this highlight. Let's go racing on turn number 4. We are green. Feature is green, little smoke coming out of the left side of the 26 of Justin Peck as he shows the way down the backstretch. Big move out of Tanner Thorson. He'll go by, oh, and Peck's up in smoke. Peck is off the pace. The caution flag is going to come out. Wow. Green lights come on. We're back underway here at Red Cedar Speedway. Kyle Larson straight to the top. Rico Abreu takes second away from Tanner Thorson. Quick move, quick work out of Abreu off the second corner. Who move into P2? Starts to chase down Kyle Larson. Remember, Abreu is the Durst Dice Roll driver here tonight. Now he's challenged down low. Tanner Thorson takes a spot back way across the line. Tanner Thorson back into the second spot. He's side by side with Abreu. Now Thorson, the bottom in turn 2 and the bottom in turn 4 appear to be very, very good for that Rod Gross Motorsports number 88 car. Made his way by Brent Marks, now working on Dason Person into turn 1. For that second spot, they're almost 3 wide. Chase Randall getting involved with Tanner Thorson and Rico Abreu. Thorson takes second into turn 3. Tanner Thorson down low, but now needs to try and rope in the number 57 of Kyle Larson. He's lost a ton of ground when he was battling with the 24 and the number 9. Aaron Reitzel now up to 5th. The next car he will encounter is the 9R of Chase Randall. Tanner Thorson slides across the nose of Rico Abreu. Thorson's got it across the line. Now chops the nose on Abreu into turn 1. Tyler Courtney to 9th and now on the back bumper of Casey Kane as they roll back into turn number 1. Tyler Courtney came into this main event as the points leader. Here comes Corey Day around the outside. Corey Day from the B main working on Tyler Courtney. Gets by him into turn 3. Corey Day up into 9th. We got a car off the pace right in front of him. That's going to stack him up a little bit. Dason Persley goes back by. Dason Persley back by Day and Courtney. Using the lap car to his advantage right there was the number 13 car. Kyle Larson, caution. Coming back to green, this time by off of turn number 4. Larson on the gas, not a good start on the outside for Tanner Thorson. That allows Rico Abreu to go by for that second spot. Abreu dips down low into turn 1. Pulls up to the left rear of Kyle Larson. Down the backstretch, Rico's got to run. Looking to the inside in turn 3. Slider for the top spot. Rico Abreu to the top spot in turn number 4. Rico Abreu takes the spot away. Kyle Larson back to the inside into turn 1. Might throw a slider back to Rico. He'll try and run the bottom. Cannot make it happen there. Rico pulling away down the back straightaway. Rico and Kyle both go to the bottom in turn 1. Tanner Thorson trying to get going around the outside. Down the back straightaway. The top 3 are very, very close. Now Thorson sees an opening. He'll try and throw a slider on Kyle Larson into turn number 3 and 4. He'll make the pass off of turn 4. Tanner Thorson up to second now. Tanner Thorson takes second away from Kyle Larson off at turn number 4. Now tries to close in on Rico Abreu. Back behind there, 3 wide for the 4th position. Give it to Brent Marks. Marks out of nowhere's up to 4th. Larson back to the inside of Thorson. They get very close in turn number 4. Close call between the 57 and the 88. Rolling back into turn 1. Kyle Larson trying to run the bottom. Tanner Thorson around the outside. They nearly go side by side once again. Now Thorson, he'll throw a slider right back at Kyle Larson in turn 3. Great stuff for second. That allows Rico Abreu to pull away. Kyle Larson now back across the start-finish line. He's got P2 back away. 7 laps to go for your race leader, Rico Abreu. Aaron Reitzel running in 4th. Brent Marks rounds out the top 5. Behind Marks, it is Brad Sweet, then Dason Persley and Spencer Baston. Nice and slow around the bottom. He's up into the 8th position. Rico will get to the back of the field. There's about 5 laps to go this time by, as the race for 4th is getting hot and heavy between Aaron Reitzel, Brent Marks, and Brad Sweet. The cushion off of turn 4 is right on the concrete. Reitzel takes 3rd away from Tanner Thorson off of turn number 2. Thorson now slips back to 4th. Kyle Larson is closing in on Rico down the front straightaway. That time by 0.8 of a second was the race lead. Kyle Larson ran over a tractor tire down there. Down into turns 3 and 4. Rico Abreu trying to work the outside. Here comes the lap cars, and here comes Kyle Larson. 3 laps to go this time by across the line. Kyle Larson to the bottom in turn number 1. Pulls up next to Rico Abreu. Side by side for the race lead off of turn number 2. Cannot make the pass there. Car pulling into the infield is Cy Lynch. This time by 2 laps to go for Rico Abreu. Kyle Larson might see an opening in turn 1. Nope, he's going to not throw a slider, going to try and run the bottom. Larson gets sideways off the corner, not able to make the pass. This time by, going to come around to the way with a white flag at Red Cedar Speedway. 1 lap to go for Rico Abreu. Here comes Kyle Larson down the front stretch. Rolling into turn 1, gets blocked by a slower car. Abreu around the outside. He's going to maintain the race lead. Down the backstretch into turns 3 and 4. Rico Abreu off the cushion in turn number 4. He will sweep the first 3 midweek series races. Rico gets the win. Kyle Larson ends up in 3rd. 4th is going to go to Tanner Thorson. Then Aaron Reitzel and Brad Sweet. Absolutely phenomenal stuff last night at Red Cedar Speedway. Rico Abreu back in victory lane for the 5th time overall in 2025 with Kubota Highlander Racing. He has been on fire so far this season. Still waiting for cars to make their way to the staging lane for our first Dirt Draft Hot Lap session of the night. A guy that is overhead of that push lane over there is Tony Laporta. Tony, you got a pretty good seat over there now.
Man, this place is awesome, Chase. I think this was the catwalk you and Anthony and Brian were talking about on our way out here. Actually, the catwalk extends so far. I'm actually up above turns 3 and 4 right now here at 141 Speedway. If you were a cat and you were to continue walking that direction, you would get over there above the push chute. We're having a good time here. Chase, you and I have had a great time here in the Badger State as Kubota High Limit Racing has made its first ever trip into Wisconsin. We've been sightseeing. Look at this. You and I, we found a chair that finally makes each of us look small.
You couldn't find that. We took like 8 pictures, and that's the one you picked.
Yeah, we did take a lot of pictures, but that was from when you and I and Brian and Anthony ran out to Chippewa Falls.
Unacceptable.
Leinenkugel Brewery. I mean, it's a delicious beer, wonderful furniture. Don't you love going around the country with me, Chase?
Yeah, you've gotten so many great photos of me. It's been awesome here recently.
This place is so cool. I love coming to Wisconsin, whether it was back at Road America a couple of years ago or around the dirt tracks we have visited. This place has got a really nice paved pit area. This catwalk up here for fans and crew chiefs alike. Drivers can come up here and watch how the track changes and develops. I talked about they've got several different concession stands back behind the front stretch grandstands. Kubota is here with a really nice, well thought out display. The t-shirt trailer area here is super well put together, and that's going to be jam-packed full of fans here right after Capital Custom Trailers. Qualifying concludes, but this pond, I just can't get over it, right? The rumor is that first-time winners take a jump in the pond after they score a victory here tonight. I can tell you from one driver I've talked to, Corey Day, he says that if he wins, he will take the dip into the pond. That is going to be something to keep our eyes on. That's just one of the things, Chase. Good thing you have got such a good view up there. I've got a good view here. The night's getting ready to get going.
It certainly is, Tony, and And there's a couple more places you can go to check out the racing around 141. That's just 2 of the spots that Tony showed you. There's definitely a few more to take in some racing here around this 1/3 mile. We've got cars making their way towards the infield now for our first Dirt Draft Hot Lap session. And if you don't know what Dirt Draft is, well, listen to me and I'll tell you all about it. It is an app that you can download on your phone. You get a $100,000 salary cap. Of course, that's not real money, but you get to pick 5 drivers and you put them a part of your team. And when you do that, you get entered into a lineup with a bunch of other random people around the world. And if your lineup is the best, you earn points in the speed shop, which allows you to buy different things like merchandise and tickets to races and all kinds of other stuff on there. And so if you want to check that out, you can go to Dirt Draft in the App Store and download it. They also have a new feature this year. It's called Dirt Draft Leagues, which allows you to create your own private, your own private room where you're able to invite just a couple of your friends, a couple of your family members, and play against them instead of playing against 600 other people. You can do it against maybe 3 or 4. So check out Dirt Draft in the App Store today. So it looks like we've got the first couple of cars in Dirt Draft Hot Lap session number 1 on the racetrack. Let's introduce you to them as they're sitting there on the speedway. The first car you see on the inside of the front row comes to us out of Sheboygan Falls, Wisconsin, in the Service One Transportation Professional Plating, Don and Lynn Keel, Whitcoff Funeral Homes, number 25T. That is Travis Ahrens. Travis Ahrens in the 25T. And lined up next to him at Auckland, New Zealand, driving the Honest Abe Roofing, Flint Trucking, Elliott's Custom Trailers and Carts, Micah, number 16C. That is Max Guilford. Max Guilford in the 16C. And one of our full-time high rollers, a Rookie of the Year contender out of Apollo, Pennsylvania, the Mercedes Motorsports, Ducati of Pittsburgh, Hollywood Blasting and Coating, Mountain Mechanical, MAV Motorsports, number 42. That is Cy Lynch. Cy Lynch in the 42. And also out there for this first session from Lebanon, Indiana, the Sander Engineering, 4 Cs Construction, Tally, Autry Plumbing, Sincal Demolition, number 14. That is Spencer Baston. Spencer Baston in the 14. And also out there on the racetrack, another Rookie of the Year contender from Northport, Florida, driving the Global Link, Moxie Performance Sports Advisors, Creative Products Group, number 24D. That is Danny Sams III. Danny Sams III in the 24D. And also making his way onto the racetrack in turn number 4 as a part of this first session from Monrovia, Indiana, in the Skagit Speedway Race Redeem Foundation for Performance, Hagerili, number 26. That is Justin Peck. Justin Peck in the 26. Those are the drivers in the first Dirt Draft Hot Lap session of the night as they now come to life around the 1/3 mile 141 Speedway, the first time in this track's history that it's hosted a national touring sprint car race. You see Travis Ahrens right there making his high limit racing debut tonight in that number 25T. One of the full-timers with the bumper-to-bumper IRA Sprint Car Series. He's got plenty of laps around 141. There is Spencer Baston, fresh off of a 7th place finish last night over at the Red Cedar Speedway in his debut. And once again, he's making his debut tonight at 141. We didn't mention this during the show quite yet, but Brenham Crouch, the driver of the CJB Motorsports number 5, is actually the only full-time high roller that does have laps here at this racetrack. He ran 4th in 2023, and that was en route to the championship with the IRA Sprint Cars that season. So only one driver that's full-time with the series has been here before. As we mentioned, there is Travis Ahrens right there. He was 4th with the IRA here back in 2024. He did get a win this year with the IRA. That was on May 7th at the Plymouth Dirt Track in Wisconsin, as we are now under green flag conditions for the first time tonight at 141 Speedway. Track appears to be a little bit greasy out there. You just saw Cy Lynch almost on the straightaway. The car was breaking loose on him. So these drivers are definitely slipping and sliding around a little bit at this point in time, but give them a couple of laps to get that racing surface worked in. Fastest driver so far in hot laps is going to be Justin Peck at a 13.575, 1.3575. Cy Lynch at a 13.625, and now Peck goes to a 13.370. Cy Lynch now back to second on the charts at 13.573 as the yellow flag comes out. So Spencer Baston, his final time by, is the fastest driver so far in Dirt Draft Hot Laps at a 13.317 seconds. But as you can see, race fans, we did not throw the checkered flag on that session, just the yellow, allowing these drivers to help pack in the racing surface a little bit more. When the track is greasy, when it's slippery, when it's a little bit slimy out there, we allow the drivers in that first, maybe even the second hot lap session to help pack in the surface a little bit more, to work in that moisture that is on the top of the track, to help bring it in, get us some more speed in the track. And so usually when we do this, the track, it does get faster. The lap times do definitely get faster. So we'll see if that is the case. Remember, Baston on your screen right there, number 14 car is fastest so far, 13.317. Justin Peck, a 13.370. Cy Lynch in third, 13.573. Danny Sams is in fourth at a 13.575. And in fifth is Travis Ahrens in the 25T at a 13.916. I just said Danny Sams the third and fourth. I almost said Danny Sams the fourth, which, you know, with how the family tree's going, I wouldn't be surprised if there was a Danny Sams the fourth coming up here. Well, I don't know about anytime soon, but maybe in the future. There is Danny Sams right there, the driver of the Moxie Sports Advisors number 24D car, one of our Race Routine Foundation Rookie of the Year contenders.
Chase, is that you breaking news?
No, it's not news. I had a, I don't know if it's a Freudian slip. Is that what they call that, Tony, when you say something you didn't mean to or something?
Yeah, I think that's what it means. You know what they don't tell you about standing up here on this observation deck is don't stand here with a big giant smile on your face. Even though you might love life at the 141 Speedway, if you do that up on this deck, you're going to catch mud in your grill. I've got chunks of dirt between my molars and my cavities. It's wild up here, Chase.
Tony, that's not good. But that, you know, it's also not good is Justin Peck. He is now stopped in turn one with an issue. Remember last night? Well, if you don't remember last night, Justin Peck started on the pole of the feature after going from fourth to first in his heat race. He had the ace in the whole star on the pole of the dash, one that was on the pole of the feature. But it does sound like there's a flat right rear tire on that car. So it does not sound like an engine issue at all for the 26, which is what took them out of the race last night. It is a flat right rear tire on Justin Peck's Skagit Speedway number 26. And so he is going to get pushed back to the pit area. And as you look at the rundown here, Peck is going to be the fourth car out to qualify. So they do have plenty of time to get that fixed. It's not going to be a big deal. They've still got 4 more groups of cars to come out to practice. So should not be a huge issue for the Roudin Racing team. As Peck was in search of his 3rd win of the year last night, did not even get to turn a full lap in the main event before things went sour on the power plant. As we once again get back underway here in Dirt Draft Hot Lap session at number 1. We are now underneath of the track record by almost, actually we were down underneath it by a full second, 11.624, or excuse me, 11.624 for Max Guilford. Track record actually at 10.6. I thought it was a 12.6. It's a 10.6, so we still got about a second off of the track record as Guilford goes even better on lap number 2. As Sams now goes to the top of the board, 11.538, 1.1538. Checkered flag is waiting on our first practice session of the night. So Danny Sams III, driver making his 141 Speedway debut tonight, ends up with the fastest lap so far in Dirt Draft Hot Laps at 11.538 seconds, 11.538. Max Guilford is second at 11.567. Spencer Baston third, 11.573. Cy Lynch, 11.617 in fourth. And Travis Ahrens at an 11.808. He is the 5th fastest car in Dirt Draft Hot Lap session number 1. And Justin Peck, the other car that was out there, 13.370. Remember, he did have a flat tire. You are getting a look at that change taking place back in the pit area on FloRacing. Dirt Draft Hot Lap session number 2 is now making their way onto the front stretch. The first car on the track out of Heartland, Wisconsin, the Anderson's Pure Maple Syrup, KSI Supply, Turn It Up Media, the Master Remodel, number 17B. It's the North Pole Nightmare, Bill Baylog. Bill Baylog in the 17B. And also out there on the racetrack from Sheboygan, Wisconsin, the Home Pro Roofing, Professional Plating, Scott Thiel Builders, CR Miners, number 51. That is the big wheel, Scotty Thiel. Scotty Thiel in the 51. And getting pushed off into turn number 1 now, the driver out of Plymouth, Wisconsin, in the Gibbsville Cheese, Ludwig & Sons Trucking, Oasis Construction, Holler and Hills Bar and Grill number 87A. That is Austin Hartman. Austin Hartman in the 87A. And rolling towards turn number 2 now from Locust Grove, Oklahoma, the Pella Avanti Windows and Doors, Big Spring Car Wash, Water Treatment by Design, CoastalRaceParts.com, number 13. That is Dason Persley. Dason Persley in the 13. And rolling down the backstretch as well from Gravois Mills, Missouri, the Ozark Barge and Dock, Wet Steps, High Performance Lubricants, Hibden Gravel number 3 of Ayrton Geniton. Ayrton Geniton in the number 3. And from Burlington, Wisconsin, the Waste Quit, Pink Roofing, Thone Utilities, Haven Creek Homes, number 10V, that is Matt Vanderveer. Matt Vanderveer in the 10V. Vanderveer tonight in his High Limit Racing debut. So he makes his way down the front stretch as we are about to send these guys off and underway for Hot Lap session number 2. Bill Baylog out there at this point in time and with the most crazy and ridiculous stat line I've maybe ever heard. 19 starts here at 141 Speedway, 13 wins and 18 top 5 finishes. That is just ridiculous. As the white flag is out and Baylog goes straight to the top of the board, and now Dason Persley overtakes him at an 11.172, 11.172. Scotty Thiel goes to second. Now Baylog back to second as the checkered flag flies. Well, a new driver at the top of the timing sheet in Dirt Draft Hot Laps. It is the 13 of Dason Persley. 11.172 seconds is the lap time. Bill Baylog right behind him at 11.266, 11.266. And then Scotty Thiel in third, 11.300. Ayrton Geniton fourth, 11.494. And Austin Hartman in fifth at 11.521 seconds. All of those drivers were in that previous session. Danny Sams, Max Guilford, Spencer Baston, Cy Lynch, and Travis Aarons, the top 10 in Hot Laps so far. Next group of cars pushing onto the racetrack now. They are led onto the speedway by the driver out of Indianapolis, Indiana, in the NOS Energy Drink, Spire Motorsports, Elliott's Custom Trailers and Carts, Brandt Professional Agriculture, Gainbridge, number 7 BC. It is Sunshine, Tyler Courtney. Tyler Courtney in the 7 BC. And lined up next to him in his High Limit Racing debut tonight from Lamira, Wisconsin, in the Fieldhouse Bar and Grill, Indian Crossing Casino, John and Michelle Stenz, Nancy's Flippin' Do, number 26T. That is Tyler Tischendorf. Tyler Tischendorf in the 26T. And getting pushed off into turn number 1 now from Aliquippa, Pennsylvania, Lifestyle Homes, Parallax Motorsports, MPV Logistics, number 17 GP. It's the Steel City Outlaw, Tim Schaefer. Tim Schaefer in the 17 GP. And making his way towards turn number 2 now, the driver to Clute, Texas, in the Fulkins Brothers Trucking Power Plus STC American Table Bargain Bar, number 87. That is Aaron Reitzel. Aaron Reitzel in the 87. And rolling into turn number 3 now from Myerstown, Pennsylvania, the M&M Painting and Construction, McGrew Equipment Auctions, Babs Paint, Livewire Customs, number 19. That is Brent Marks. Brent Marks in the 19. And from Dillsburg, Pennsylvania, the J&S Classics Whitecap C&D Rigging Class 1 Transportation, number 39M, it's Anthony Macri. Anthony Macri, 39M, as we go to green flag action once again. This is Dirt Draft Hot Lap session number 3. Brent Marks goes up to third, and Aaron Reitzel goes straight to the top of the board. In the first car into the 10-second bracket, 10,900 for Reitzel. He is followed by Courtney and Macri, all three of those drivers in the top 3 positions as the checkered flag comes out. A new car at the top of the speed charts. It's the 87 of Aaron Reitzel, 10.884, 10884. Tyler Courtney's second, 10.993, 10.993. Then Anthony Macri in third at 11.074. Dason Persley fourth, 11.172. And Brent Marks in fifth at 11.180. Following them, Tim Schaefer, Bill Baylog, Scotty Thiel, Ayrton Geniton, and Austin Hartman, the top 10 in Dirt Draft Hot Laps. We've had 18 cars come out. We have 11 more cars to hot lap before we get into Capital Custom Trailer qualifying. Next group of cars led onto the Speedway by the driver that took a wild ride last night at Red Cedar Speedway. Out of Sheboygan Falls, Wisconsin, it's the St. Nick's Chimney Happy Hooker Fishing Charters, BMRE Electric Carts, Kaiser Wheels, number 47. That is Todd King. Todd King in the 47. And from Altoona, Iowa, driving the Country Builders Construction, Ochoco West, Boswell Family Farms, number 88W, that's the big unit, Austin McCarl. Austin McCarl in the 88W. And getting pushed off now from Elk Grove, California, driving the FloRacing, Finley Farms, HendrickCars.com, Fulkins Brothers Trucking Works Limited, JVI Group, number 57. It's Young Money, Kyle Larson. Kyle Larson in the 57. And getting pushed off into turn 1 now, one of our Rookie of the Year contenders from Waco, Texas, the all-by your alternative, Infamous Inc., Bush's Chicken, Flint Rock Ranch, Easy Print, number 9R. That is the quickest chicken, Chase Randall. Chase Randall in the 9R. And from Santa Rosa, California, the Eddie Gilstrap Motors, Velocity Engineering, IPC, Al Parker Engines, GR8, number 19H, it's Joel Myers Jr. Joel Myers Jr. in the 19H. And making his way towards the backstretch now from Enumclaw, Washington, in the Kane Screen Print, Brumo's Collection, HendrickCars.com, Caravan Trailer Self-Storage at Tahali, number 9 of Casey Kane. Casey Kane in the number 9 as the green flag comes out on Dirt Draft Hot Lap Session number 4. Kyle Larson goes second quick at a 10.922 on his first time by the stripe. Casey King goes up to the 3rd spot. Larson now to the top as the checkered flag comes out. So that will do it for that session of cars. Kyle Larson now the fastest overall. The lap time, 10.832 seconds, 10832. Aaron Reitzel second. Casey Kane in that group was 3rd quick overall at 10.987. Then Tyler Courtney and Anthony Macri round out the top 5. Dason Persley, Chase Randall, Brent Marks, Tim Schaefer, and Bill Baylog, the fast 10, as we now head into our final group of hot lappers right now. Last night's feature winner and the current points leader of the Midweek Money Series is now on the racetrack out of St. Helena, California. It's the Rico Abreu, Kerbagajanian Racing, Waste Connections, Pacific Boring, Stadelhofer Construction, ArcZone.com. Number 24, it's Rico Abreu. Rico Abreu in the 24. And also firing the engine now from Lubbock, Texas, Horizon Whiskey, Nice Cretan Landis, ShopTruckParts.com, PhilPools.com, High Performance Lubricants, number 5. That is Brenham Crouch. Brenham Crouch in the number 5. And last night's 3rd place finisher also on the racetrack from Minden, Nevada, the JST Motorsports, The Ritual, Smith Titanium Factory Kane, Maxima Racing Oils, number 88. That is Tanner Thorson. Tanner Thorson in the number 88. And from Clovis, California, the Myers Constructors, 4 Cs Construction, driven to save lives, Sandra Engineering, Tally Oil, number 14, BC. It's Payday Corey Day. Corey Day in the 14 BC. And the final driver in this session from Grass Valley, California, the Napa Auto Parts, Bruno's Collection, Durst Incorporated Factory Kane, Self-Storage at Tahali, number 49 of the Big Cat, Brad Sweet. We are underway now with our final hot lap session of the night. Brad Sweet moves into the top 5. He's 5th quick overall. Rico Abreu right behind him in the 6th spot. Abreu's time, 11 flat, 11.000. Checkered flag is out this time by the line. Abreu up to 3rd quick now, and Corey Day to 4th. Well, fastest in our final hot lap session and 3rd overall, it's the number 24 of Rico Abreu. Lap time 10.919, 10919, but that is going to do it for Dirt Draft Hot Laps tonight. The fastest driver overall is Kyle Larson at 10.832 seconds, 10832. Aaron Reitzel second, a 10.884. Then Abreu, and then Corey Day 4th at a 10.931, and Casey Kane in 5th at a 10.987, followed by Tyler Courtney, Brad Sweet, Tanner Thorson, Anthony Macri, and Dason Persley round out the top 10 in Dirt Draft Hot Laps here tonight at 141 Speedway for the Race Routine Foundation race. Next on the track, it's going to be Capital Custom Trailer qualifying. They are the #1 Renegade Toter dealers and the #1 Intech trailer dealers. No one sells more Toter or Intech trailers than Capital Renegade Custom Trailers and Coaches. If you're in the market for a Toter or a trailer, trust the people that are there in the pits with you and that support the sport. Check out their complete lineup at www.capitalrenegade.com. So next on the track, it is qualifying, and with the small configuration here of the 141 Speedway, we will go with single car qualifying tonight. So one car on the track at the same, or just one car on the track, and they will go 2 laps around the track, and their best lap time will set them up for their heat race later on this evening. As we mentioned earlier on, the track record held by Mike Reinke, it's a 10.668 lap time, was set back on August 31st of 2014. During Dirt Draft Hot Laps, we were only 10.832, so really not too far off there. About 0.2 of a second off the track record there during hot laps tonight. So maybe we can break an 11-year-old track record tonight at 141 Speedway as we prepare ourselves for the first car to hit the racetrack here in just a moment. So 29 cars are here this evening, so each one of them will come out there by themselves. Usually, if you aren't familiar with high limit racing, we do normally do 2 cars at a time during qualifying. Heck, we've even done 3 cars at a time. That was at the Port Royal Speedway. Usually on the bigger racetracks, we are able to accomplish that. But at a place like this, you go to Silver Dollar Speedway, Placerville Speedway. Those are tracks where you're just going to be a little bit tough to get 2 cars around there, and both of them have enough space to complete lap times. So here we go. Our first qualifier hits the racetrack in his high limit racing debut tonight from Sheboygan Falls, Wisconsin, driving the Service One Transportation Professional Plating, Don and Lynn Keel, Whitcoff Funeral Homes, number 25T. Here is Travis Ahrens. Travis Ahrens on the 25T. Travis Ahrens, IRA winner earlier this year on May 7th at the Plymouth Dirt Track. He's 3rd in IRA points. Lap number 1 for him is 11.209, 11.209 on lap 1 for Travis Ahrens. Ahrens was 4th here at the IRA back in 2024, his best ever run at 141. Lap 2, he's going to slow down just barely at 11.213. First lap, 4 1/1000ths faster at 11.209 for the 25T of Travis Ahrens. Your next qualifier comes to us out of Lebanon, Indiana. The Sander Engineering, Four Seas Construction, Tally, Autry Plumbing, Sincal Demolition, number 14. Here is Spencer Baston. Spencer Baston in the 14. Baston comes into tonight off a run of 7th at the Red Cedar Speedway last night. His best finish of the year was a 4th place run that came at Lakeside Speedway in Kansas. Lap 1 for him is an 11.402, 11.402 for Spencer Baston on his opening tie by the line. Baston currently 9th in the overall point standings with high limit racing. Lap number 2 is better and to the top. 11.182, 11.182. Spencer Baston now to the top in Capital Custom Trailer qualifying. Next to qualify from Auckland, New Zealand, it's the Honest Abe Roofing, Flint Trucking, Elliott's Custom Trailers and Carts. Micah, number 16C. Here is Max Guilford. Max Guilford in the 16C. Guilford on the clock now. He was 4th here about a week and a half ago with the IRA. Back on May 25th, he was 23rd in the feature last night at Red Cedar. Lap 1 for Guilford is going to be 3rd quick at 11.381, 11.381 for Max Guilford on his opening lap. Guilford was 2nd on May 9th at Jacksonville Speedway, Illinois' best run of the year. On lap 2, he will slow down to an 11.397. First lap better, 11.381. 3rd quick for the 16C of Max Guilford. Next on the clock from Monrovia, Indiana, here's the Skagit Speedway Race Team Foundation Ford Performance Hagerly, number 26. It's Justin Peck. Justin Peck in the number 26. Last night, Peck started on the pole of the feature, lost an engine on the opening lap of the race. He ended up dead last in the feature. Lap number 1 for Justin Peck is going to be 3rd quick, 11.291, 11.291. 2 wins on the year for Peck. The first one came back at Ransomville Speedway in New York. He's 6th in points. Lap number 2, he's going to slow down to an 11.352, 11.352. First lap better, 11.291. That is 3rd quick of 4 cars for Justin Peck. Your next qualifier comes to us out of Apollo, Pennsylvania, driving the Mercedes Motorsports, Ducati of Pittsburgh, Hollywood Blasting and Coating, Mountain Mechanical, Mav Motorsports, number 42. Here is Cy Lynch. Cy Lynch in the 42. Lynch tonight in his 141 Speedway debut. He was 20th in the main event yesterday. Lap number 1 for Cy Lynch is third quick, 11.218, 11.218 on the opening lap for Cy Lynch. Best run of the year came at Butler Motor Speedway last Saturday, 8th place finish there. Lap 2 for Cy Lynch, he's going to slow down to an 11.321. First lap is better, and third quick, 11.218 seconds for Cy Lynch in the 42. His fellow Rookie of the Year contender now clocks in from Northport, Florida. Driving the Global Link, Moxie Performance Sports Advisors, Creative Products Group, number 24D. Here is Danny Sams III. Danny Sams in the 24D. Danny Sams was 16th in the main event yesterday at the Red Cedar Speedway. His best run of the year came at the Tri-City Speedway, was 7th place in that feature. Lap 1 for Danny Sams is going to be 6th quick, 11.415, 11.415. Danny Sams, one top 10 on the year. He's 13th in the overall point standings with Kubota High-Level Racing. Lap number 2 for Danny Sams. He will slow down to an 11.721. First lap better, 11.415. And P6 overall in Capital Custom Trailer qualifying. This is our third Rookie of the Year contender in a row to qualify. Next on to the racetrack in Locust Grove, Oklahoma. In the Pella, Avanti Windows and Doors, Big Spring Car Wash, Water Treatment by Design, CoastalRaceParts.com. Number 13 here is Dason Persley. Dason Persley in the number 13. Persley in the top 10 last night at Red Cedar, an 8th place finish for him. Lap number 1 for Dason Persley will be 4th quick at 11.267, 11.267. Persley's best finish of the year came back at Central Arizona Raceway. That was a 7th place finish for him. Lap number 2 for Persley is going to go faster, but stays 4th overall at 11.256, 11.256. Lap 2 faster, but stays 4th overall for Dason Persley in the 13. Your next qualifier is out of Sheboygan, Wisconsin. It's the Home Pro Roofing, Professional Plating, Scott Thiel Builders, CR Miners, number 51. Here is Scotty Thiel. Scotty Thiel on the 51. Scotty Thiel, the most recent sprint car winner here at 141 Speedway, got the win with the IRA back on May 25th. Lap 1 for Scotty Thiel is going to be 8th quick at 11.483, 11.483. Scotty Thiel got that win there and also has a win at Butler Motor Speedway back on May 10th. And Thiel is up and over the cushion and is slow in turn number 4. So Scotty Thiel, his best lap will be an 11.483 second time. And that is 8th quick of 8 drivers that have clocked in so far. And Thiel is very slow around the racetrack. Here, we'll wait for him to exit in turn number 3 before we get on to our next qualifier. Sounds like there may be an issue here for Scotty Thiel. We're trying to figure things out for that number 51 car, as now Thiel does appear to hang a right off the racetrack. And so Scotty Thiel, he is credited with 8th quick, 11.483 seconds for car number 51. Your next qualifier is out there on the racetrack, and that is Matt Vanderveer, the driver to Burlington, Wisconsin, driving the Waste Quit, Pink Roofing, Phone Utilities, Haven Creek Homes, number 10V. Matt Vanderveer out there on the track in his High-Level Racing debut tonight. Vanderveer will get the green flag this time by. He's ran 2nd here with the IRA in 2017. He was 3rd in 2011. His best finishes here at the 141 Speedway. Lap 1 for Matt Vanderveer will be 9th overall at 11.947, 11.947. Vanderveer, his best finish of 2025, 17th place finish at Sycamore and Angel Park with the IRA, and he is off the pace now. Vanderveer will be credited with a 13.381 on lap 2. First lap obviously better at 11.947. Matt Vanderveer, 9th of 9 cars, as he will now slowly head back to the pit area. Your next qualifier calls Gravois Mills, Missouri home. It's the Ozark Barge and Dock, Wet Steps, High Performance Lubricants, Hibden Gravel number 3. Here is Ayrton Jeniton. Ayrton Jeniton in car number 3. Jeniton in his 141 Speedway debut tonight as well. He ran 13th in the feature yesterday at the Red Cedar Speedway. Lap 1 for Jeniton is going to be 9th quick at 11.603, 11.603. Jeniton's best finish with High Limit this year was a 9th place finish at the Tri-City Speedway in Illinois. Lap number 2 for Jeniton, better. It's up to 7th quick at 11.387, 11.387. Ayrton Jeniton, now 7th quick of 10 cars in Capital Custom Trailer qualifying. On the clock next, out of Plymouth, Wisconsin, it's a Gibbsville Cheese, Ludwig & Sons Trucking, Quacious Construction, Holler and Hills Bar and Grill, number 87A. Here is Austin Hartman. Austin Hartman, number 87A. Hartman last night was with us at the Red Cedar Speedway. He ended up 22nd in his Highlander Racing debut. Lap number 1 for the 87A is going to be 10th quick, 11.713, 11.713. His best run of the year was a 9th place finish on May 25th right here at 141 Speedway with the IRA. Lap number 2, he'll slow down to an 11.755. First lap better, 11.713. That is 10th quick of 11 cars for Austin Hartman in the 87A. Clocking in next, the 13-time feature winner here at 141. Out of Heartland, Wisconsin, the Anderson's Pure Maple Syrup, KSI Supply, Turned Up Media, the Master Remodel. Number 17B, here is the North Pole Nightmare, Bill Baylog. Bill Baylog in the 17B. An average finish of 2.1 in 19 starts here at 141 Speedway. Lap 1 is going to be a 9th quick, 11.447, 11.447. Bill Baylog currently sitting 8th in the World of Outlaws point standings. Does have 1 win on the year at the Talladega Short Track in Alabama. Lap number 2 will go up to 5th quick, 11.285, 11.285. 5th quick for Bill Baylog in the 17B. Taking time now of Indianapolis, Indiana. It's the NOS Energy Drink, Spire Motorsports, Elliott's Custom Tours and Carts, Brand Professional Agriculture, Cambridge. Number 7BC here is Tyler Courtney. Tyler Courtney in the 7BC. Sunshine in his 141 Speedway debut. 3 second place finishes this year, his best with High Limit. Lap number 1 for Sunshine is going to be 10th quick at 11.455, 11.455. Tyler Courtney enters tonight just 2 points behind Brad Sweet in the championship standings. Lap number 2 for the 7BC is going to slow down to an 11.507. First lap better, 11.455 for the number 7BC Tyler Courtney. He is 10th overall. From Myerstown, Pennsylvania, driving the M&M Painting and Construction, McGrew Equipment Auctions, Bass Paint, Livewire Customs. Number 19 here is Brent Marks. Brent Marks in the 19. Brent Marks was 6th in the feature last night, is in a spirited battle with Aaron Reitzel for 4th in the point standings right now. Lap number 1 for the 19 is going to be 11th quick at 11.475, 11.475 for Brent Marks on his opening time by the line. 2 wins on the year with High Limit at Texas Motor Speedway and Port Royal Speedway. Lap 2 for Marks is going to be better, but stays 11th quick at 11.465, 11.465. His second lap actually equaled his first lap as well, so 11th quick for Brent Marks in the 19. Your next qualifier comes to us out of Aliquippa, Pennsylvania, driving the Lifestyle Homes, Parallax Motorsports, MPV Logistics. Number 17 GP here is Tim Schaefer. Tim Schaefer in the 17 GP. The Steel City Outlaw is on the clock now. IRA winner this year at Angel Park Speedway. Lap number 1 for him is going to be 14th overall at 11.834, 11.834. Tim Schaefer making his way down the backstretch. Also has a Lernerville Speedway win this year to his credit. Lap number 2 for Schaefer is going to slow down to an 11.872. First lap better, 11.834. Tim Schaefer, 14th of 15 cars as we have now crossed the halfway point of Capital Custom Trailer qualifying. Next up from Dillsburg, Pennsylvania, the J&S Classics Whitecap CND Rigging Class 1 Transportation number 39M. Here is Anthony Macri. Anthony Macri in the 39M. 7 times a feature winner this year in 410 Sprint Car Racing. He is 2nd in the nation. Lap number 1 for Macri is going to be 14th overall at 11.796, 11.796. Anthony Macri, Outlaw winner earlier this year at the Williams Grove Speedway in Pennsylvania. Lap number 2 for Macri. He'll go better, stays 14th overall at 11.748, 11.748, 14th of 16 cars for Anthony Macri. Qualifying next out of Clute, Texas, driving the Fulkins Brothers Trucking, Power Plus, STC, American Table, Bargain Bar, number 87. Here is Aaron Reitzel. Aaron Reitzel in the 87. Reitzel been a fantastic qualifier all season long with High Limit Racing. 6 fast time awards to his credit. We'll see if he can pick one up here at 141 Speedway. Lap 1 is 14th, make that 13th quick overall at 11.491, 11.491. Reitzel comes into tonight 4th in points with 3 wins on the year. Lap number 2, he'll be slower at 11.670. First lap better, 11.491. Aaron Reitzel, 13th quick in car number 87. Tonight, making his High Limit Racing debut, it's the driver in Elmira, Wisconsin, the Fieldhouse Bar and Grill Indian Crossing Casino. John and Michelle Stenz and Nancy's Flippin' Do. Number 26T here is Tyler Tischendorf. Tyler Tischendorf in the number 26T. Tischendorf making his way off at turn number 4. Lap 1 for him is going to be an 11.932. 11932. Tischendorf, his best finish of the year, a 22nd place run right here at 141 on May 25th. Lap number 2, he will slow down to a 12.155. First lap better, 11.932. 17th quick for Tyler Tischendorf. From Santa Rosa, California, driving the Eddie Gilstrap Motors, Velocity Engineering, IPC, Al Parker Racing Engines, GR8, number 19H. Here is Joel Myers Jr. Joel Myers Jr. in the 19H, right up against the wall in turn 1 on the entry there for Myers. He was 13th here 2 weeks ago with the IRA. Lap 1 for Joel Myers Jr. is going to be 19th overall, a 12.042, 12.042. Joel Myers, an IRA winner earlier this year on May 24th. That was at the Wilmot Raceway here in Wisconsin. Lap number 2, he will go faster. It stays 19th overall at 11.978. 11978. That is 19th quick for the 19H of Joel Myers Jr. Qualifying next out of Waco, Texas in the all-ball year alternative. Infamous Inc., Bush's Chicken, Flint Rock Ranch, Easy Print. Number 9R, here is the quickest chicken, Chase Randall. Chase Randall in the number 9R. Chase Randall was 10th in the main event last night at the Red Cedar Speedway, was up inside the top 5 for a majority of that main event. Lap 1 for him is going to be 16th quick at 11.753, 11753 for Chase Randall in car number 9R. Randall's best finish of the year came at the Texas Motor Speedway Dirt Track. He was 4th in the feature there. Lap number 2, he'll slow down to a 11.754. First lap better by 1/1000th of a second at 11.753 seconds. Next car on the track for qualifying out of Sheboygan Falls, Wisconsin. It's the St. Nick's Chimney Happy Hooker Fishing Charters, BMRE Electric Carts, Kaiser Wheels, number 47. Here is Todd King. Todd King in the 47. Todd King got upside down in the B main last night at the Red Cedar Speedway. We're not sure if we were going to see him again today. Lap 1 for him is going to be 21st overall at 12.477, 12.477. Todd King was 2nd here on May 25th and in 2011 with the IRA. Lap 2 for King, he'll go a little bit faster at 12.427, 12247. That is 21st quick for Todd King with what looks to be 8 cars left to qualify. Next up, out of Altoona, Iowa, driving the Country Builders Construction, Ochoco West, Boswell Family Farms, Tucker Trucking, number 88W. Here is the big unit, Austin McCarl. Austin McCarl on the 88W. McCarl, a former IRA sprint car winner here at 141 speed, but that came back in 2016. Lap 1 for McCarl, he'll be 18th overall at 11.854, 11854. Austin McCarl, 11th in the main event last night. His best finish of the year was a 2nd 3 different times. Lap number 2 for Austin McCarl, slow down to an 11.973. First lap better, 11.854. That is 18th quick for Austin McCarl. Qualifying next out of Elk Grove, California, the FloRacing, Finley Farms, HendrickCars.com, Focus Brothers Trucking Works of the JVI Group, number 57. Here is Young Money Kyle Larson. Kyle Larson in the 57. Kyle was 2nd in the feature yesterday at the Red Cedar Speedway. His High Limit Racing win came back at Tulare in March. Lap 1, he'll be 15th overall at 11.714, 11.714, 15th quick for Kyle Larson on lap 1. He does have 3 outlaw victories on the year as well. Lap number 2, he will slow down to an 11.799. First lap better, 11.714, and 15th for Kyle Larson in the 57. 5 cars left to qualify. Next up from Enumclaw, Washington, the Kane Screen Print, Bruno's Collection, HendrickCars.com, Caravan Trailers, Self-Storage at Tahali, number 9 of Casey Kane. Casey Kane in car number 9. Casey finished up 12th in the feature yesterday. He has been second on 2 occasions this year with high limit, both at Central Arizona and Kern Raceway in California. Lap 1 is 16th quick at 11.733. 11733 for Casey Kane on his opening time by the line. Casey 7th in the point standings entering tonight. Lap 2, he will slow down to a 11.787. First lap better, 11.733. Casey Kane is 16th quick out of 24 cars so far. Up next, out of Clovis, California, driving the Myers Constructors, 4 Seas Construction, driven to save lives, Sander Engineering, Tally Oil, number 14 BC. This is Payday Corey Day. Corey Day in the 14 BC. Corey Day ended up 14th in the main event last night, crashed on the final lap of the feature. Lap 1, he'll be 23rd overall at 11.965, 11.965. 2 high-limit wins on the year for Day, 1 at Las Vegas and 1 at Tri-City. Lap number 2 for Corey Day. He is going to go slower at 12.146. First lap better and 23rd quick at 11.965 seconds for the 14 BC of Corey Day. Here is the current series point leader out on the racetrack now from Grass Valley, California. The Napa Auto Parts, Primos Collection, Durst Incorporated, Factory Cane, Self-Storage at Tahali, number 49. It is the big cat, Brad Sweet. Brad Sweet in the 49. Sweet tries to run the bottom in turns 1 and 2. Haven't seen many guys do that here late in the going. Lap 1 for car number 49. It's going to be 14th quick, 11.528, 11.528. That's the best we've seen here in about 10 cars or so for Brad Sweet. He'll try the bottom again in turns 3 and 4. Lap number 2 is going to slow down to an 11.531. The first lap slightly better at 11.528 seconds. 14th quick for Brad Sweet in the number 49. That leaves us with 3 more cars to qualify. Next up from Lubbock, Texas, it's the Horizon Whiskey, Nice Creek Landis, ShopTruckParts.com, PhilPools.com, High Performance Lubricants number 5. Here is Brenham Crouch. Brenham Crouch in the number 5. Crouch, the only full-time driver with the series that does have experience here, 141. He finished 4th in 2023 with the IRA. Lap 1, he'll be 26 quick, 13, make that 12.328, 12.328 for Brenham Crouch on his opening time by the line. He finished up 17th last night, his best finish of the year, 9th at Central Arizona Raceway. Lap 2, he will improve, but stays 26 at a 12.136, 12.136. That is 26 quick for Brenham Crouch with 2 more cars to qualify. Last night's feature winner now on the racetrack from St. Helena, California, Rico Abreu, Kerback Engineering Racing, Waste Connections, Pacific Born, Stattle Offer Construction, ArcZone.com, number 24. Here is Rico Abreu. Rico Abreu in the number 24. Abreu looking for 4 straight midweek series wins if he can do it tonight at 141. Lap 1 is going to be 22nd quick, 11.855, 11.855 on lap 1 for Rico Abreu, the winningest driver of the series so far this year with 5 wins in 2025. Lap number 2, he will slow down to an 11.984. First lap better, 11.855. Rico Abreu, 22nd of 28 cars. Here is our final qualifier of the night from Minden, Nevada, the JST Motorsports, the Ritual Smith Titanium Factory Cane, Maximum Racing Oils, number 88. The driver is Tanner Thorson. Tanner Thorson in the number 88. Thorson tries to run the bottom in 1 and 2 there. We'll see if it does work out for him. We saw Brad Sweet go to about the halfway mark of the running order. Lap number 1 for Thorson, 19th quick at 11.752, 11.752. Thorson tries it again down in 1 and 2, now tries the bottom in 3 and 4. We'll see if he can pick up any time. Lap number 2 for Tanner Thorson is going to be 15th quick at 11.551, 11.551. Tanner Thorson, 15th of 29 cars. So that will do it for Capital Custom Trailer qualifying tonight, ladies and gentlemen. Your fast qualifier overall. In car number 14, it's Spencer Baston, 11.182 seconds. For Spencer, he was the 2nd car on the track, so going out early was indeed a huge bonus here this evening, as the 4 Seas Construction number 14 would turn in a solid lap there to open things up. And 11.182, good enough to go to the top of the speed charts. Following him, Travis Aaron, 2nd quick, Cy Lynch 3rd, Dason Persley 4th, and Bill Baylog 5th. Justin Peck 6th, 7th is Max Guilford, 8th is Ayrton Jennington, 9th Danny Sams, and 10th Tyler Courtney. So that is it for Capital Custom Trailer qualifying. The next thing on the racing program, folks, will be Fan Fest, which is going on until 7:25 back in the T-shirt area. So if you'd like to meet your favorite driver, and they have a T-shirt trailer here tonight, they will be back at those trailers here in just a few moments. So from now until 7:25, we have Fan Fest going on here at 141 Speedway. So go back there, go get an autograph, get a picture, maybe buy some merchandise from your favorite driver. Fan Fest right now in the T-shirt area, right outside of turn number 4 here at 141 Speedway. That's what's going on right now until 7:25.
I'm Tanner Thorson. You're watching Kubota High Limit Racing on Flow.
Introducing the My Kubota app. With My Kubota, connecting with your local dealer is easier than ever. Find them with just a tap and contact them quickly for any assistance you need. Access comprehensive resources like how-to guides, owner's manuals, fault codes, maintenance schedules, and more. Everything you need to keep your Kubota running smoothly. Download the app today.
Capital Custom Trailers and Coaches. We are the #1 Renegade Toterhome dealer and the #1 Intech and Bravo Sprint Car Trailer dealer. No one sells more Toterhomes and Sprint Car Trailers than we do. Check out our complete lineup at capitalrenegade.com. If you're in the market for a Toterhome or a trailer, trust the people that are in the pits with you and that support the sport.
Winning doesn't just happen. You have to engineer it. You have to test it and make it better than it was the last time. Our engineers have the passion to create the parts you need, the way you need them to be, again and again and again. We've led this game for over 40 years, and we design, refine, and perfect every valve train part worthy of the winner's circle.
When it comes to magneto ignition performance, there's only one name that you can trust, and that's BR Motorsports Ignitioneering. Servicing the racing industry for over 30 years, our state-of-the-art Magneto Dyno Test Lab facility is equipped with the most technically advanced equipment available. And that's why crew chiefs like Paul Silva and Philip Dietz choose BR for all their ignition needs. To learn more, visit us at brpromag.com.
What are you doing with the Johnson sofa?
They had a pipe break. Water leaked all over.
Really?
I'm a roto-rooter plumber.
Really?
We do water cleanup, too.
Really?
Yeah.
Call Roto-Rooter for plumbing and water cleanup. Yeah, we do both.
Hey everyone, welcome back to FloRacing's live coverage of the Race Rudine Foundation race here at 141 Speedway in Maribel, Wisconsin. We have wrapped up Dirt Draft Hot Laps and we just concluded Capital Custom Trailers qualifying. We are here in the t-shirt area. FanFest is a unique and fun feature of every single round of Kubota High Limit Racing, if time allows. I am here just behind the front stretch grandstands at 141 Speedway as FanFest kicked off just a few minutes ago. You heard Chase Rodman talking about it after we watched Spencer Baston pick up his first Capital Custom Trailers qualifying quick time of the year, as well as the rest of our drivers make their 2 laps around the 141 Speedway. We open up the t-shirt area. It stays open all night, but we encourage drivers to come back here, meet the fans, take pictures, and sign autographs. So join me as we take a walk around. I'm going to just let you know on a little secret. This big line right here is for Kyle Larson. He's back at his merch trailer right now, signing autographs. But we have got all of our high rollers with their merchandise trailers here with us. And right behind my man Kyle here is our High Limit Racing merchandise trailer. Walk with me, talk with me for a moment. Let's take a look at what you can purchase, whether you are at the track at any High Limit Racing event, or you are able to scan that QR code if you're watching live back home on Flow right now. Everything you see here, and probably even a little bit more, is available at the High Limit Racing online store. So my man Eric runs this thing, keeps it a very tight and clean ship. We've got a good look at everything inside there. Tons of different t-shirt designs. They've just updated them. I think that tractor and sprint car t-shirt is brand new as of like the last 5 or 6 days. They've got hats, they've got beanies, they've got goggles so you don't get mud in your eyelashes. I hate when that happens. But if you're here at the track, no matter which Kubota High Limit Racing event you visit, you can stop here, typically behind the front stretch grandstands, all of our high rollers, and a lot of the other drivers and teams, maybe they're not full-timers with the series, they also bring their t-shirt trailers, and it's a great way, we talked about it last night, to support your favorite driver. These t-shirt trailers produce income for these drivers and their families, so no matter how the night goes out on the racetrack, you can stop by and support them by picking up a t-shirt, a hoodie, or a hat. The High Limit Racing trailer has got a little bit of everything. They've got earplugs, they've got goggles, hoodies, hats, and a whole lot more. Let's walk and talk a little bit more. We talk about a driver that maybe you want to support. Maybe you just saw him do something really cool, like go quick time in Capital Custom Trailers qualifying. Well, that's Lebanon, Indiana's Spencer Baston. He's right there inside his merchandise trailer signing autographs. He just went quick time in qualifying here at 141 Speedway. That baby has sunglasses on. That is pretty sharp. Those are checkered flag sunglasses. I've never seen such a thing. Over here, you've got Brad Sweet signing autographs in the t-shirt area. All of our high rollers are here. They are hanging out. Baston just went quick time. You got to get a t-shirt of the guy that just went quick time, right? He is signing autographs. He is taking pictures. Brett Marks, Justin Peck, Brenham Crouch, Tyler Courtney, Dason Pursley, and all of our high rollers are here. Check this out right here. Bill Baylog, the North Pole Nightmare, over a dozen feature victories here at the 141 Speedway. Well, he's so good here that made him want to jump off the road for a night and come hang out with us here at Kubota High Limit Racing. He's got his merchandise trailer smack dab right here in the middle of the t-shirt area. He is hanging out, he is selling shirts, he is taking pictures, and he is enjoying the night at 141 Speedway. Whether you're here at the track or you're watching live online, you can always head over to shophighlimitracing.com. Check out all the different designs they've got online, and all these drivers have online stores as well. So make sure you look them up, make sure you support your favorite driver, and you look cool while doing it. So we're down here, t-shirt area, FanFest going on for just a few more minutes. Opening ceremony set to begin in just a little while. Brad Sweet signing autographs, like I talked about. Spencer Baston is over there. Kyle Larson's got a real long line of folks who are excited to see him. So whether you are watching live or you're here at the track with us in the future, make sure you come and hang out at FanFest with Kubota High Limit Racing. You can see it's a pretty big success. There goes Rico Abreu. He's heading over his trailer to sell some merch and sign some autographs and take some pictures. Drivers, fans, everybody seems to enjoy FanFest here. Chase, I'm going to grab me a shirt, something special out of the High Limit Racing merchandise trailer. You might see me rocking it a little bit later on. We want to show off to people how much cool stuff you can grab at the trailer or online at shophighlimitracing.com. I will get you something, Chase, I promise.
Extra large. That is the shirt there, Tony.
Extra large and extra long, right?
Extra, yep. You got to get the extra tall, I think is what they actually call it in the T-shirt business. So, yeah, look at that. We've got quite a few people down there taking advantage of Fan Fest here tonight. And Bill Baylog's trailer right in the middle. Not sure how that worked out, but Baylog, last trailer here, he gets the spot dead smack in the middle of the rest of the T-shirt trailers there. So look at all those race fans taking part of that. That is obviously very, very cool stuff. And also we have an update to the 50-50. Once again, it is $3,600. We also have a debit card here, maybe a credit card that has been lost. And so if you could tell us your name that is on the card, we can get that back to you. But a lost MasterCard has been found. And so if you could tell us your name, we can get that back to you as soon as we can. So let's take a break here on Flow. We've got about 6 more minutes of make that 5 more minutes of Fan Fest before we get into heat race action here tonight at 141 Speedway.
I'm Danny Sams, and you're watching Kubota High Limit Racing live on FloRacing.
Established in 1983, FK Rod-Ends has been the industry leader for both midget and micro racing. Family owned and operated, we take pride in our products and our name because we know you value yours. Visit our website, www.fkrodends.com, to find out how you can join our winning team. FK Rod-Ends. To beat the best, you've got to use the best.
Is it all a fever dream? I'm burning gasoline. Rico goes back to the high side. Gets it away. To the turn now. Look to the inside of turn 1.
Avery to the outside. Major contact.
This is what you save your lunch money for. Welcome to the High Limit Room.
So you're young, what are you, 18?
I'm 18.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, of course. Appreciate it. I'm mic'd up. Just be careful. Dude, I smoked it so hard it threw the right front up over the concrete rail and blew the axle out of the thing, and I like limped it across the line. I always try and take a couple minutes before I get in the car and just try and run the race through my head. Yeah, finally back to a small track. What's up, buddy? Oh, what you got? Sweet. Appreciate it, man. Have a good one.
Motorhead will go 6 o'clock in the staging lane.
All right, good luck. Racing for Driven to Save Lives is, for a cause. It's cool that I get to represent it and, hopefully get more people to sign up for organ donation.
Introducing the My Kubota app. With My Kubota, connecting with your local dealer is easier than ever. Find them with just a tap and contact them quickly for any assistance you need. Access comprehensive resources like how-to guides, owner's manuals, fault codes, maintenance schedules, and more. Everything you need to keep your Kubota running smoothly. Download the app today.
And welcome back here to 141 Speedway as we are now ready to get underway with opening ceremonies tonight for race number 4 of the Roto-Rooter Midweek Series. So for more, let's go downstairs to Tony Laporta.
Thanks very much, Chase. It is indeed race number 4 of the Roto-Rooter Midweek Series with Kubota High Limit Racing year 2025. An exciting championship within a championship that allows drivers and teams to race and win more money than ever before, while also competing for a year-long national tour title. Just another great addition to the Kubota High Limit Racing Championship. It's not just night number 4 of the Roto-Rooter Midweek Series, though. Of course, it is the Race Rudine Foundation race. A little bit later on, after the wheels spin, you're going to hear from Kevin Rudine in an interview we shot yesterday at Red Cedar Speedway. But Kevin, Monica, and the rest of the Race Rudine Foundation family, unfortunately, due to scheduling conflicts and this race getting pushed back from its original date on Tuesday here to Thursday, unable to attend. But they, of course, send their best. We, of course, wish Kevin could be here. Of course, just schedule and life happens sometimes. The Race Rudine Foundation is all about ending the stigma around addiction, and that is the goal of this Race Rudine Foundation race. It travels around the country year after year. First with the All-Star Circuit of Champions, and now here in year number 2 with Kubota High Limit Racing. And Kevin and his sister Marsha Rudine's whole goal with traveling this race around the country is to literally get out in front and be face-to-face with as many race fans and just folks in different communities around the country as possible, and make sure they know and they understand the goal and are having those open discussions about ending the stigma around addiction. Kevin Rudine and his entire family and his entire team up in the Pacific Northwest are fantastic partners, not only of Kubota High Limit Racing, but the sport of sprint cars. So, folks, if you appreciate and are with us in thanking Kevin Rudine, not just for supporting sprint car racing, but his family's mission about talking about addiction and trying to end that stigma, would you please let him hear it all the way back home in the Pacific Northwest and make some noise for Kevin Rudine and his family? Thank you very much. We're ready now to begin opening ceremonies here at the 141 Speedway. So at this time, I ask all of you who are in attendance with us here tonight in Maribel, Wisconsin, if you're able to please rise as we welcome from Racers for Christ to lead us in tonight's invocation. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Ben Cleveland.
Thanks, Tony. Please pray with me. Lord, pray with a thankful heart for the weather that you've given us today, that we here at 141 Speedway can enjoy some of the world's best sprint car drivers that are going to tear this place up. We pray for people here in attendance that encourage us and get us up and down the road, especially Corey, Jenny, and Joy. We pray for the Race Rudine Foundation and what they do to end addiction. And one of my favorite Bible verses, Philippians 4, says, I can do all things through Christ who gives me strength. I pray that that strength goes out to the people that deal with addiction on a daily basis, and that they know that there's somebody here that they can talk to anytime that they need. Lord, I pray for safety over the track, over the drivers, over the safety crew, the track crew, everybody here, that we may get this show in with no major issues. Lord, I pray for everything else that's going to happen here tonight, and that the talents of these drivers be on full display for all of us to enjoy. I pray all this according to your will, in the name of Jesus Christ. Amen.
Thank you, Ben. Fans, at this time, we ask that you remain standing. Gentlemen, please remove cover as we honor America with the playing of tonight's national anthem. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. So 141 Speedway, I can see you. I got to ask you, talk to me. Are you guys ready for some sprint car racing? Good, because that's what we're about to do. Ladies and gentlemen, opening ceremonies are complete, so that means it's time to get going with night number 4 of the Roto-Rooter Midweek Series. It's time to kick off the Race Routine Foundation race, and it's time to go all in with Kubota High Limit Racing!
Our first of 3 heat races making its way onto the racetrack now here at 141 Speedway. The first one is brought to you by the folks at TJ Forged Wheels. Here is the starting lineup for heat race number 1. On the pole out of Locust Grove, Oklahoma, driving the Pella, Avanti Windows and Doors, Big Spring Car Wash, Water Treatment by Design, CoastalRaceParts.com, number 13, it's Dason Persley. And starting to his outside in the second spot from Auckland, New Zealand. And the Honest Abe Roofing, Flint Trucking, Elliott's Custom Trailers and Carts, Micah, number 16C, it's Max Guilford. Starting in the third spot from Indianapolis, Indiana, driving the NOS Energy Drink, Spire Motorsports, Elliott's Custom Trailers and Carts, Brant Professional Agriculture, Gamebridge, number 7BC, it's Sunshine, Tyler Courtney. And outside of him, your fast time qualifier tonight from Lebanon, Indiana, the Sander Engineering, Four Seas Construction, Tally, Autry Plumbing, Sincal Demolition, number 14, it's Spencer Baston. Starting inside of row number 3 out of Clute, Texas, and the Fulkins Brothers Trucking, Power Plus, STC, American Table Barn and Barn, number 87, it's Aaron Reitzel. And it was his outside from Plymouth, Wisconsin, in the Gibbsville Cheese, Ludwig and Sons Trucking, Quacious Construction, Holler and Hills Bar and Grill, number 87A, it's Austin Hartman. Starting in 7th from Dillsburg, Pennsylvania, in the J&S Classics, Whitecap C&D Rigging, Class 1 Transportation, number 39, Emmett's Anthony Macri. And starting to his outside from Altoona, Iowa, in the Country Builders Construction, Ochoco West, Boswell Family Farms, Tucker Trucking, number 88W, the Big Unit, Austin McCarl. Starting in the 9th spot from Burlington, Wisconsin, he drives the Waste Quit, Pink Roofing, Thone Utilities, Haven Creek Homes, number 10V, Matt Vanderveer. And your final starter in this one from Lubbock, Texas, in the Horizon Whiskey, Nice Crete and Land at ShopTruckParts.com, PhilPools.com, High Performance Lubricants, number 5, it's Brenham Crouch. 10 cars will go 8 laps around the 141 Speedway. The top 6 will go to the feature. The rest will go to the Winters Performance B Main. Keep an eye on Spencer Baston, the fastest qualifier in this heat race. He will start 4th. If Baston wins the heat race or finishes outside the transfer, that means the first and the winner, if it was him, and the second place finisher would then go to the dash. If Baston can win the dash here from 4th, win the heat race from 4th, he would then be on the pole of tonight's dash. So keep an eye on him. Keep an eye on Travis Aarons in heat race 2 and Cy Lynch in heat race number 3. Those are the drivers you need to pay a little extra attention to here in these heat races tonight with Kubota High Limit Racing. Tanner Thorson off a 3rd place run last night. We're going to listen to his high roller playlist here this evening at 141 Speedway. Here is the first song coming in from Jay Colton's high roller playlist. We're coming to green for the first heat race of the night. Top 6, 8 laps. We're coming to it off of turn number 4. We're underway. Great start for Tyler Courtney. He's going to try and go from 3rd to 1st on the opening corner, but not going to make it work as Dason Persley holds him off for now. They're side by side down the back straightaway. Tyler Courtney, an aggressive maneuver right there to get by Dason Persley for the race lead. He'll lead lap number 1. Tyler Courtney up to the top spot. Dason Persley runs in 2nd. Aaron Reitzel in 3rd. 4th belongs to Spencer Baston. Then it's Max Guilford. And then Anthony Macri, your final transfer spot as of right now. Macri yellow. We've got Brenham Crouch off the pace in turn 2. He is stopped, and the yellow flag comes out. So So Brenham Crouch was the driver that started back in the 10th spot for this one, and he is stopped in turn 2, now getting refired by Kubota Highland Racing officials. Crouch was still running in 10th at the completion of that first lap, so not sure if he made contact with anybody, did not see it there. So single file restart here in TJ Forged heat race number 1. It's Tyler Courtney showing the way, followed by Dason Persley, Aaron Reitzel, Max Guilford, Spencer Baston, and Anthony Macri. Those 6 cars are in transfer spots right now. Tyler Courtney from 3rd to the lead, trying to make his first dash in 5 races with Kubota Highland Racing as he makes his way back into turn number 1. Sunshine pulls away from the Rookie of the Year contender, Dason Persley. Back behind, got Anthony Macri looking to the inside of Spencer Baston. Got to the left rear, could not make the pass, and now Macri feeling some pressure from Matt Vanderveer. As I say that, Vanderveer is feeling some heat from the 87A of Austin Hartman. Hartman goes by on the bottom. He takes over the 7th position. Austin Hartman now 1 spot out of the transfer, car number 87A, as Matt Vanderveer fights back to the inside into turn number 1. Side by side for 7th. Now Hartman's got it once again off of turn number 2. That time by already halfway home here in this heat race for Tyler Courtney up front. Dason Persley, no issues for him in 2nd, along with Aaron Reitzel in 3rd. Spencer Baston comfortably in 5th and in a dash spot as of right now. 3 laps to go for Sunshine up front. You thought I may have misspoke earlier, but it has been 5 races since Tyler Courtney was last in a dash with Highland Racing. He has been the hard charger several times over the last couple of weeks, but has not been able to make the dash. He's about 2 laps away from making it happen. Here comes the white flag, 1 lap to go. Tyler Courtney came in tonight 2 points behind Brad Sweet, and he is trying to retake the point lead here tonight. He'll be a part of the FK Roddins dash tonight with a TJ Force heat race number 1 victory. Dason Persley in 2nd, Aaron Reitzel 3rd, 4th will be Max Guilford, 5th goes to Spencer Baston, and 6th will be Anthony Macri. So Tyler Courtney gets the win in TJ Ford's heat race number 1. Dason Persley will end up in 2nd. Courtney will go to the dash. 3rd was Aaron Reitzel. 4th goes to Max Guilford. And 5th, Spencer Baston. He will be the other car going to the dash in this one. Anthony Macri, your final transfer car in that first heat race. Austin Hartman, Brenham Crouch, Matt Vanderveer, and Austin McCarl will all head to the Winters Performance B main. But it is Sunshine going from 3rd to 1st to score the heat race win, Tony.
I'm sure he's happy with that +2 gain in TJ Forged heat race number 1, but I bet he's even more happy with a top 10 qualifying result. We talked about it in the trailer. What do you think of your race car in qualifying trim? Obviously, it's good in race trim.
Yeah, tonight I think we got a little bit lucky with the pill draw there. I think we were still pretty good. Like, we finally showed some speed in hot laps, which we haven't done in a while, and we went and freed up for qualifying, and the track went away really fast, and we just weren't expecting that. But luckily, it fell off for everybody else too, and gave us an invert spot tonight, and I was able to get a really good start there and finally put this Not Energy Drink, Spire Motorsports, Ellie's Cousin Trailer's car back in a dash.
There you go, Tyler Courtney. He has picked up a couple hard charger awards the last couple of weeks, thanks to our friends at Rod End Supply. And while it's fun passing those race cars, Chase, Tyler says he just wants to start a little bit closer up to the front each night.
Well, he will do that here this evening as we roll on now to our second heat race of the night, brought to you by the folks at DMI Racing Components. Here is the starting lineup for this one. On the pole, the driver to Heartland, Wisconsin. In the Anderson's Pure Maple Syrup KSI Supply, Turn It Up Media, the Master Remodel, number 17B. It's the North Pole Nightmare Bill Baylog. And outside of him from Gravelous Mills, Missouri. In the Ozark Barge and Dock, Wet Steps, High Performance Lubricants, Hidden Gravel, number 3, Ayrton Genitive. Starting in 3rd from Myerstown, Pennsylvania, in the M&M Painting and Construction, the Grew Equipment Auctions, Babs Paint, Livewire Customs, number 19, it's Brent Marks. And starting 4th from Sheboygan Falls, Wisconsin, driving car number 25T, it's the Service One Transportation, Professional Plating, Don and Lynn Keel, Whitcoff Funeral Homes, entry of Travis Ahrens. Starting back in 5th from Grass Valley, California, in the Napa Auto Parts, Brumos Collection, Durst Incorporated, Factory Cane, Self-Storage at Tahali, number 49, it's the Big Cat, Brad Sweet. And outside of him, starting in the 6th spot, out of Elk Grove, California, the FloRacing, Finley Farms, HenderCars.com, Volkers Brothers Trucking Works Limited, JVI Group, number 57 of Kyle Larson. Starting at 7th from Waco, Texas, the All By Your Alternative, infamous St. Bush's Chicken, Flint Rock Ranch, Easy Print. Number 9R, it's the Quickest Chicken, Chase Randall. And outside of him from St. Helena, California, in the Rico Abreu, Kerbag Jamie Racing, Waste Connections, Pacific Boring, Stadaloff Construction, ArcZone.com, number 24, Rico Abreu. Rolling off from 9th, Out of Clovis, California, the Myers Constructors, Four Seas Construction, Driven to Save Lives, Sander Engineering, Tally Oil, number 14, BC, it's Corey Day. And your final starter from Sheboygan Falls, Wisconsin, the St. Nick's Chimney, Happy Hooker Fishing Charters, BMRE Electric Carts, Kaiser Wheels, number 47 of Todd King. Here we go, heat race number 2, coming to the stripe off of 4. We are underway. Bill Baylog with the race lead into turn number 1. Challenge down low by Ayrton Jennison. Jennison slots into that second spot. Back behind is Brent Marks running in third, and Travis Aarons trying to hang on to a top 6 finishing position. If he could do that, he would be a part of the dash in his High Limit Racing debut. It is a frenzy back there for that final transfer spot. Kyle Larson dueling with now Corey Day. Larson trying to hold the bottom. Now Day goes by on the inside. Corey Day takes the final transfer spot away. Corey Day up into the 6th spot as Kyle Larson fights back around the outside, but Day will pull away down the back straightaway. Kyle Larson outside looking in for a transfer spot right now in the heat race at 141 Speedway. Bill Baylog, Ayrton Jennison, Brent Marks, Travis Aarons, Brad Sweet, and Corey Day are the 6 cars that will be a part of tonight's main event. Already halfway home here in heat race number 2, and it's no issues up front for Bill Baylog. The 13-time 141 Speedway winner shows the way by nearly a straightaway over Ayrton Jennison. Corey Day now challenging Brad Sweet for that 5th position, and he's on the back bumper of the Napa Auto Parts number 49, rolling back into turn number 3. Day has separated himself from Kyle Larson. Now Corey Day to the inside of Brad Sweet off of turn number 4. Move Corey Day up to 5th now. Corey Day from row number 5 up into 5th position here in the heat race. White flag, 1 lap to go for Bill Baylog up front. His lead the last time by 3.2 seconds. And the North Pole Nightmare dominates heat race number 2. He's going to the dash tonight. 2nd will go to Ayrton Jennison. 3rd to Brent Marks. 4th will be Travis Aarons. 4th will make that 5th will go to Corey Day. And 6th goes to Brad Sweet. Well, how about the North Pole Nightmare, Bill Baylog? He is going to tonight's dash with a heat race win in DMI heat race number 2. 2nd goes to Ayrton Jennison. 3rd to Brent Marks. 4th, and also going to the dash, the 25T of Travis Aarons. 5th will be Corey Day, and 6th will be Brad Sweet. The drivers going to the B main, Kyle Larson, Chase Randall, Rico Abreu, and Todd King. What a wild feature, or what a wild heat race finishing order that is right there, with some of those drivers that were going to tonight's B main, and the drivers going to the dash as well. One of them is Travis Aarons tonight in his High Limit Racing debut. Qualified 2nd, finishes 4th in the heat race, and he will be a part of tonight's FK Rod-Ins dash, Tony.
Travis Aarons started the DMI heat race number 2 in the 4th position, finishes up there, but making his High Limit Racing debut. Gonna wait for him to pop the helmet off here, as Travis Aarons looking good, able to lock in via a top 6 finishing position for tonight's feature. So, Travis, track looks like it's coming in a little bit. You having any fun out there so far?
I'm having a riot. I'm just glad to be here, that's for sure. I'm super thankful for everyone who's stood behind me and all my sponsors, and just super thankful to be here, that's all.
Well, we're thankful you're here too. That's Travis Aarons. He's locking in via a good, strong run in DMI heat race number 2, and I think he's got some fans here in the front stretch grandstands, Chase.
He certainly does, Tony. Nice job by the 25T as we now roll into our final heat race of the night. It's brought to you by BR Motorsports. Here is the lineup from Monrovia, Indiana. In the Skagit Speedway, Race Routine Foundation, Ford Performance, Hagerly, number 26, Justin Peck will roll from the pole. Outside of him from Northport, Florida. In the Global Link, Moxie Sports Advisors, Creative Products Group, number 24D, it's Danny Sams III. Starting in the 3rd spot from Sheboygan, Wisconsin. In the Home Pro Roofing Professional Plating, Scott Field Builder, CR Miners, number 51, it's Scotty Field. And outside of him from Apollo, Pennsylvania. In the Mercedes Motorsports, Ducati of Pittsburgh, Hollywood Blasting Coating, Mountain Mechanical, Mav Motorsports, number 42, it's Cy Lynch. Starting back in 5th from Minden, Nevada, in the JST Motorsports, The Ritual, Smith Titanium Factory Kane, Maxima Racing Oils, number 88, it's Tanner Thorson. And starting in the 6th spot from Enumclaw, Washington, in the Kane Screen Print, Bruno's Collection, HendrickCars.com, Caravan Killer, Self-Storage at Tahali, number 9, of Casey Kane. Starting in 7th from Aliquippa, Pennsylvania, in the Lifestyle Homes, Parallax Motorsports, MPV Logistics, number 17, GP, it is Tim Schaefer. And starting in 8th, in his High Limit Racing debut from Lamira, Wisconsin, the Fieldhouse Bar and Grill, Indian Crossing Casino, John and Michelle Stens, Nancy's Flippin' Do, number 26T, Tyler Tischendorf, and your final starter from Santa Rosa, California, driving the Eddie Gilstrap Motors, Velocity Engineering, IPC, Al Parker Racing Engines, GR8, number 19H, it's Joel Myers Jr. coming to green this time by in BR Motorsports Heat Race number 3. Justin Peck and Danny Sams on the front row. Who is going to the dash out of this one? We're about to find out. We're underway with our final heat race of the night. Car around in turn 1. Yellow is going to come out as Casey Kane has spun out. Casey Kane, the car that is stopped in turn 2. He is not facing the correct direction. Kane had started this race in the 6th position and will now have to drop to the tail for this upcoming double file complete restart here. See the replay coming up here in just a few moments. The Comp Cam's instant replay on Flo. As you see Kane go into the corner and just looks like he loses the handle on that Kane screen print number 9 car. And so he will refire and join in at the tail. And we will try it again. So that's going to move up a couple of cars. That'll move Tim Schaefer up to the outside of row number 3 and into a transfer spot for the start of this race. That'll move up Tyler Tischendorf and Joel Myers Jr. as well. Justin Peck looking for a little redemption here tonight after what could have maybe been his 3rd win of the year last night as he blew up on the first lap of the feature. If he can hold on for the win in this one, he would go to the dash once again. Keep an eye on the 42 of Cy Lynch as well. He's the fastest qualifier in this one. Needs to stay inside the top 6. We're back underway. Rolling into turn 1 is going to be Justin Peck, easily taking the lead down the back straightaway. Back behind Tanner Thorson, trying to fight his way forward. He's made it by Scotty Thiel, and now underneath of Cy Lynch. Tanner Thorson quickly to the 3rd spot on the opening lap. Tanner Thorson coming off of finishes of 4th and 3rd. He is feeling all of the momentum right now in that Ron Gross Motorsports number 88 car. Trying to close in on Danny Sams, the 3rd for 2nd off of turn number 4. Tanner Thorson in the back pocket of Danny Sams and rolling back into turn number 1. Tanner Thorson running in 3rd. 4th is Cy Lynch. 5th is Scotty Thiel. And 6th at this point in time is Tim Schaefer. He is in the final transfer spot. Tanner Thorson makes the move to the inside. He's got 2nd across the start-finish line. Tanner Thorson up to 2nd, getting by Danny Sams, the 3rd. Tanner Thorson trying to start himself up inside the top 10 here for the feature. He started back in 5th. He runs P2 as we just went across the line for the halfway point in our final heat race of the night. Justin Peck, no issues up front for the number 26 as things get very close in turn 3 between Cy Lynch and Danny Sams. Give 3rd across the line to Cy Lynch. Cy Lynch into 3rd. Scotty Thiel trying to follow through but cannot do it as Danny Sams is still hanging on to 4th. As that time by, we saw 2 to go signal for your race leader, Justin Peck. Justin Peck running the top side of the racetrack in turns 1 and 2. 3 and 4, it's all around the bottom as the white flag is out, 1 lap to go. Peck going to try and roll back to the bottom in turns 1 and 2 this time. Back behind, no battles for position. Here comes Justin Peck with a huge lead off of turn number 4. He will get the win in BR Motorsports Heat Race number 3. Tanner Thorson from 5th to 2nd, then Cy Lynch in 3rd, Scotty Thiel 4th, Danny Sams in 5th, and Tim Schaefer, your final transfer in P6. So Justin Peck gets the win. He will go to tonight's dash. Tanner Thorson ends up at 2nd. Cy Lynch 3rd. He will also go to the dash. 4th is Scotty Thiel. 5th goes to Danny Sams. And 6th will be Tim Schaefer. Those are the 6 cars moving on to the main event. Casey Kane, Joel Myers Jr., and Tyler Tischendorf are the rest of the finishing order. Those 3 will head to the Winter's Performance B main event. Well, the DJ of the night goes +3 in the heat race, 5-2 for Tanner Thorson. It's not the dash, Tony, but it's still a really solid starting spot for tonight's main event.
Yeah, I'm sure he's pretty happy with it. We talked last night. You think you're getting your car and your program more where you need it. Tonight's got to feel even more confirming of that thought.
Yeah, it's just clicking, man. That's all it takes is have good motors and have a good race car. And we feel like we've worked our asses off the last year and a half to get to where we are right now. And a lot of struggles, a lot of ups and downs, but you know we're making the best of it. So, like I said last night, thanks to Stevie, he's making this thing fast.
A 4th place finish at Butler, a 3rd place finish last night at Red Cedar out west Chase, and a very strong run here in BR Motorsports Heat Race number 3 for Tanner Thorson as he goes from 5th to second in our last heat race of the evening.
Nice run by the JST Motorsports number 88 as he'll head back to the trailer and prepare himself for feature action for round number 4 of the Roto-Rooter Midweek Series here at the 141 Speedway. When we come back from this break on FloRacing, we will find out who starts where in tonight's FK Rodden's Dash here in Wisconsin.
My name is Chase Randall, and you're watching Kubota High Limit Racing, live on FloRacing.
Since their 2001 inception, DMI Racing Components have changed the game. From open-wheel suspension, steering, and driveline components to their line of Bulldog quick change rears, they set the new standard for innovation, performance, and value. DMI and Bulldog products are backed by the best customer support in the industry with more than 150 years of race-winning experience. Let our experience help guide you to victory lane. We race, you race. Let's race together.
Introducing the My Kubota app. With My Kubota, connecting with your local dealer is easier than ever. Find them with just a tap and contact them quickly for any assistance you need. Access comprehensive resources like how-to guides, owner's manuals, fault codes, maintenance schedules, and more. Everything you need to keep your Kubota running smoothly. Download the app today.
One Speedway is the place. The Race Routine Foundation is the race. Welcome back to FloRacing's live coverage of night number 4 of the Roto-Rooter Midweek Series. Folks, my name's Tony Laporta. Chase Rodman is up top taking you through all the goings-on here tonight with Kubota High Limit Racing. We are down in Whiskey Myers Victory Lane. And next to me, as always, it's my personal safety object. This is the Kubota High Limit Racing Roulette Redraw Wheel. It makes me feel very safe everywhere I go. If you are new to the program, here is what is about to happen. We have got our 6 FK Rod Ends Dash qualifying drivers just off stage. They're going to make their way up here in the order in which they qualified for tonight's FK Rod Ends Dash. Because it is not a split field, we will go in descending order. Yeah, descending order, not ascending. We'll go with heat race winners from heat race 1, 2, and 3. And then after that, we'll go to our fastest transferring drivers who were the quickest in qualifying, who finished inside a top 6 transfer spot in our 3 heat races. Those fastest transferring cars will then come up again in order of heat race 1, 2, and 3. The drivers will stand right next to me. They'll answer our High Limit Racing hot seat question, which if you submitted one yesterday or today, put you in the drawing for free tickets to a Whiskey Myers concert this coming Saturday, not far from Eagle, Nebraska, where we will be racing next week with Kubota High Limit Racing. After the drivers answer the hot seat question, they'll take turns spinning the roulette redraw wheel, and whatever number that wheel stops on, that seats them for tonight's FK Rod Ends Dash. If you spin a 10 or a 12, that's good. But if a driver after you comes up and spins a 9, an 8, or anything smaller, a lower valued digit, then that driver leapfrogs you in the starting order for tonight's FK Rod Ends Dash. Get it? Got it? Good. Let's get going down here in Whiskey Myers Victory Lane. And I want to remind folks, please do not go anywhere. Once all 6 drivers have spun, we get to check in with Kevin Rudine of the Race Routine Foundation. I got a chance to talk with him yesterday, and he talks to us about why this event and the Race Routine Foundation is so important to him, and it probably should be pretty important to you as well. So our FK Rod Ends Dash qualifying drivers are right here in front of you. 141 Speedway, they can hear you. How about it? Let's meet your Dash drivers here tonight. We'll kick things off with our winner of TJ Forged Heat Race number 1. He comes to us all the way from Indianapolis, Indiana. Ladies and gentlemen, say hello to Sunshine Tyler Courtney. Tyler, what's poppin'? Our hot seat question tonight comes to us from Hayden Nichols out of, and I'm not making this up, Lipstick, Ohio. I don't know if you've ever been there. Hayden Nichols wants to know, what was your favorite cartoon or TV show as a child growing up?
Man, probably like as a little kid, probably just SpongeBob, honestly. I watched that all the time when I got home from school, and then probably when you get a little bit older, Family Guy is a cartoon, so that probably turned into my favorite once I got a little bit older.
SpongeBob, what age are we talking?
Oh, I don't know, 8 to 10 or somewhere around there.
Well, the good news is that's Chase Rodman's current favorite television show. Hey, let's make some noise for Tyler Courtney, 141. Tyler's going to spin that wheel. Wherever it stops, we'll seed him for tonight's dash, and it, of course, will set the bar, as it were. Whatever Tyler spins, all the rest of the drivers know they have got to try and go a little bit lower than that. A number 18, not bad at all for the driver of the 7BC for Clausen Marshall Racing. Let's move now to our DMI Heat Race number 2 winner. He's got 13 feature victories here in Maribel. Ladies and gentlemen, say hello to Bill Baylog. Oh, they love you here, Bill. They love you. Hey, we got to ask you a question. It's our High Limit Racing hot seat question. A fan gets to submit it every single night. I don't know it. You don't know it. None of them know it. Well, now you guys do because you just heard Tyler Courtney answer it. Hayden Nichols out of Lipstick, Ohio wants to know, what was your favorite cartoon or TV show you liked to watch as a kid growing up?
Oh, I don't know. Probably some of the old Looney Tunes stuff, I guess.
Looney Tunes classic. Favorite character?
Yeah. Oh, probably, what's the little Yosemite Sam?
Yosemite Sam. I was thinking you might hit us with a Tasmanian devil. Hey, 141 Speedway, let's give Bill Baylog some good luck here. Man, they love you in Maribel. That is Bill Baylog coming to hang out with us tonight at High Limit Racing, and we sure are glad that he is here. Bill wants to go a 17 or lower. If he can do that, he will jump in front of Tyler Courtney. The number 9 looks pretty good. The number 9 looks good indeed. That puts Bill Baylog to the inside of the front row, Tyler Courtney to the outside. But we still got 4 more drivers to spin here, folks. Let's keep rolling. BR Motorsports Heat Race number 3 was claimed by the driver from Monrovia, Indiana, in the Race Routine Foundation, number 26. This is Justin Peck. Justin, heartbreak last night, but we are glad to see you back on the horse here, getting ready to rock and roll with us again at Kubota High Limit Racing for night number 4 of the Roto-Rooter Midweek Series. Of course, special significance to you and your team. It is the Race Routine Foundation race. All that aside, we got to ask you, Hayden Nichols from Lipstick, Ohio, yes, it's real, wants to know, what was your favorite cartoon or TV show as a kid growing up?
Man, I didn't really watch a whole lot of TV growing up, but I'm gonna go with SpongeBob, because honestly, if I see SpongeBob on the TV now, I might turn it on for a couple minutes.
Yeah, but it's changed. It's not the same that it used to be. Hey, let's make some noise for Big Peck Energy on the roulette redraw wheel. Justin Peck trying to go lower than a number 9. That is what Bill Baylog, the North Pole Nightmare, just spun. That number 5 would be good, but the number 17 is where it stops. That is just 1 lower than Tyler Courtney. So that puts Courtney back to 3rd, Justin Peck up to 2nd, and Bill Baylog sitting provisionally on your pole position for tonight's FK Rod Ends Dash. Now let's move to our quickest transferring drivers from our heat races. At a TJ Forged heat race number 1, Capital Custom Trailers Quick Time Award winner. It's the one, the only, Spencer Baston. Spencer, glad to have you here at the wheel. Nathan Isaacson says hello. And we got to ask you, out of Lipstick, Ohio, Hayden Nichols wants to know, what's your favorite cartoon or TV show you enjoyed as a young child growing up?
Ooh, probably Scooby-Doo was definitely one of my favorite ones. I think there's people up there would agree with that.
Yeah, big Scooby-Doo crowd here at 141 Speedway. You ready to spin this thing?
Yeah, let's do it.
All right, let's make some noise for your Quick Time Award winner, Spencer Baston. Oh, it's Lipstick, Ohio, we're being told, not lipstick. That's a misprint, but that's a 0 for Spencer Baston. Spencer Baston just rolled the 0. That puts him to the very, very top. The only way that Baston can be one-upped is if someone spins a double 0. So again, I also want to correct that it's not Lipstick, Ohio. I was lying. We didn't look that up. That's not a real place. It's Lipstick, Ohio. Good to know. Now we move to our quickest transfer out of DMI heat race number 2. Please welcome up Travis Aarons. Travis, great job locking in. You went 4th to 4th, but that's all you had to do to put it in tonight's FK Rod Ends Dash. So Hayden Nichols out of Lipstick, Ohio, not Lipstick, that's not a real place, wants to know, what was your favorite cartoon or TV show as a child growing up?
Well, Cartoon Network would have been Scooby-Doo, and if we're on Nickelodeon, SpongeBob.
I love the differentiating between the channels. Let's make some noise for Travis Aarons, ladies and gentlemen. He's going to spin the wheel here. Spencer Baston just made his night a whole lot easier by spinning a 0. If Aarons can go a double 0, it's tough, but it is possible. He would jump to the inside of the front row. He does not. It is the sticks, 11, 1-1 for Travis Aarons, and that provisionally puts him 3rd on the board inside of row number 2. One final driver left to spin the roulette redraw wheel. Your quickest transfer from BR Motorsports heat race number 3, Apollo, Pennsylvania's Cy Lynch. Cy, the white is very becoming. It's very sharp. I'm not going to use the word Uncle Chad used, okay? What was your favorite cartoon or TV show as a kid growing up?
Oh, I got to go with Tom and Jerry for sure.
Tom and Jerry, very simple. You seem like a very Tom and Jerry kind of guy. Let's make some noise here for Cy Lynch, ladies and gentlemen, as he is our 6th and final driver to spin the roulette redraw wheel. If he can go a 8 or lower, that would put him to 2nd. The 0's where it's going to hit. So that is a tie at the very top of the board, but the tiebreaker will be qualifying time. And of course, we know that that will in fact go to Spencer Baston after getting the job done and winning the Capital Custom Trailers Quick Time Award. So Spencer Baston and Cy Lynch will share the front row when they get going a little bit later on here tonight. That should put Bill Baylog in the 3rd position alongside Travis Aarons in row number 2, and then Tyler Courtney on the outside of row number 3 with Justin Peck on the inside. That is how the roulette redraw wheel spins down here. Chase, thanks for the quick correction on Lipstick, not Lipstick, Ohio. The roulette redraw wheel comes apart down here in Whiskey Myers Victory Lane, and just like that, we're getting ready for more racing here at the 141 Speedway. Don't forget, folks, we're now going to check in and listen to an interview and learn a little bit more about the Race Rudine Foundation. Kevin Rudine and his family not able to be here with us tonight, but I got a chance to talk to him and learn a little bit more about the foundation yesterday at Red Cedar Speedway.
So every year, the Kubota High Limit Racing calendar is filled with marquee dates, big races, big events that drivers and teams know they want to compete at and go after not just the win, but the notoriety of winning that event. This being the second national year for High Limit